A lot of people always get upset since they have to grow up, but is that really necessary? Hi, this is Sean Webb. Today is Tuesday, October 30th, 2018, and I'm recording from St. Catharines, Ontario. Today, I'll be talking about why you never really have to grow up. My oldest memory of myself when I was about 3 years old, just standing at the front door, waiting for my brother to get his shoes on so we can go play outside together. It was late spring and just beginning of summer. We always loved playing outside together when we were younger. I remember my mom telling Zach that school is coming up, so he and I both got very excited. We went into the car and headed to school, but then only my mom and I came back. I was very sad that I didn't get to go with him. I mean, obviously today I'd be the happiest person in the world not to have to go to school, but it wasn't school I was sad about. It was my brother. When he was at school, I would play outside because I would have to play in the backyard since I wasn't allowed in the front yard by myself. I would grab the soccer ball and just kick it at the fence and pretend like I was getting a goal and get so happy I'd go celebrate with my brother, but then realize he wasn't there and I was by myself. So I would go back inside. I think part of the reason I remember this so clearly is because I've always loved playing with others. When I went to school, I would always go up to people and ask them if they would like to play with me, or I could play with them. Getting older in school, I started playing soccer at break, and I found it all fun and games, literally and figuratively, until I started to realize that I was abandoning the rest of my friends that would ask if I wanted to play with them. So I started only playing soccer once or twice a week, and started to play with my other friends again. I think this all sticks out to me really is because I realized that I was growing up more and more just like my brother. He realized that he wasn't playing with me anymore because of school, so he would always play with me for a little bit after school. Fast forward to 2011 and I do the same when my brother Ryan has twins. I was so happy that there would be more kids in the family that I could play with. So in the summer of 2014, my brother and I would babysit the twins while Ryan and Angelica went to work. I would find myself playing with them as my brother would play with me when I was that young. But then in early 2015, they moved to Alberta. I was devastated because I realized that I wouldn't be able to play with them as much, if at all, which was a good thing and a bad thing. The bad part is that I'll barely see them anymore, but the good part is it led me to playing with my sister's son, my nephew, Xavier, who was born in 2012. I hadn't played with him that much since he was so young, so now I would start to play with him more. I would play with him so much and we would always have so much fun together. Still to this day, he says I'm his favorite uncle because I play with him. Xavier and I always have lots of fun while we're together. I bring him to a park by my house and we play on the playground. Or I bring him to the park and we explore the forest together. Even if it's too late to go to the park, we'll play in the lawn and play soccer or football or whatever he really likes to play. On December 11th, 2017, my sister had another child, Weston. Weston is Xavier's first and only brother so far. Weston and Xavier are always so happy when they see each other, which they do on a daily basis since they're brothers. If Weston's ever crying, Xavier just comes up to him and he stops crying. They love each other so much, just as I love my brother, which I hadn't realized how similar the relationships were between my brothers and mine and Xavier's and Weston's until I sat down to do this podcast. So as I sit here thinking about it, Xavier and Weston are going to be like Zach and I. You never have to grow up, you choose to. I decided to continue to grow up with everything except for how I am with kids and how I was with kids. I never want that to change about me or anyone else. Getting older is a choice, but growing up is an option.